Right. Hey Mom, it's Bug. So I was just talking to you, entertainingly enough, and we were discussing whether or not I was going to record this part of the game. We are playing Control as per usual. We're playing the Foundation expansion this time, and I am so excited. So, I just got the Foundation. I just installed it, so I don't know exactly what is going to happen now. I understand that the Foundation as an expansion gets started by a hotline phone call in the hotline chamber. I just don't know if it's going to drop me into anything important. Did a bunch of grinding, killed a couple bosses, took care of a bunch of stuff while you weren't paying attention, which is to say while I wasn't recording. Nothing really exciting happened. I got the Eternal Flame mod, personal mod, or no, weapon mod, which was cool. I actually figured that one out on my own, but I did have to look up how many total televisions there were for that. So this is where I last saved because I was like, well, guess I'm going to be doing the Foundation, and bam, new mission, the Foundation. So it is going to tell me, talk to the board in the executive hotline chamber. I am actually in the Foundation, entertainingly enough, because for a while there we couldn't tell whether or not it was installed properly, so I thought maybe I should check here, but it was just that it wasn't installed properly. Doesn't matter, you don't care. So we're going to Central Executive. I'm so excited! So, I've never played this before. I have no idea what's going to happen next. This is all new to me, theoretically speaking. I mean, I know that there's certain plot elements involved. I know the former is important in this. I know the board is weird. I know Theodore Ashe, who was the predecessor to Dr. Darling, is involved in this, and Northmore is an important character as well, who's the predecessor to Trench. So, I know kind of a few basic sketches of plot points in that regard. I don't know how those characters are involved, other than the being important. So this will be good. It'll be exciting. I don't think I have much that is completely new that you haven't seen already. I beat Tomasi, the boss, second try. Pretty proud of that, considering it took me like 8 tries the first time I killed him. This time it only took me 2 tries. I did change the text size so that it's a little bit smaller as far as subtitles go. Hopefully that doesn't impact you too terribly. Yes, I do expect a pat on the back, you son of a bitch. What else? Found a bunch of hidden locations. Just generally had a good time so far. Okay. So, hotline chamber. That's this direction. Let's see, what do I have for weaponry? I don't even remember. Oh, Pierce. Well, that's terrible, but okay. The hotline's ringing, the hotline's ringing, the hotline's ringing. Oh my god. I'm hyped, you guys. I am so hyped. Particularly because the, phone disappeared last time I was here. Oh, okay. I'll still narrow it for the board. Director, situation crisis, in the Foundation. We demand your attention / moxie. Oldest house is in danger. We opened the door / tree in maintenance. Hurry / post haste.
Problem in the Foundation.
Mission updated. Find
that was
the door.
Auti's vacation spot. We need to check this out.
Alright. So, I mean, I already knew where the tree was, and honestly, I could have told you that that's part of the Foundation because, well, the name of that area is called the Foundation, and there's a tree there. Now, here's an interesting point here. There's a little bit of conversation as to whether or not the tree in the Foundation and the house itself is actually supposed to represent and or be Yggdrasil, because there's kind of some imagery that implies that. So Yggdrasil, if you don't already know, which Mom probably you don't, is the world tree from Norse mythology. It ties together all of the several realms that exist within Norse mythology. I can't even remember the names of all of them, but where the dwarves are from, where the humans are from, where the gods are from, where the Vanna are from, all that good stuff. And normally it's represented as a tree with deep roots or a tree with roots that reach up and become branches. There's a couple different ways to represent it. The image that you see when we go to the Foundation of a tree with these deep roots is kind of indicative of Yggdrasil. I think there might also be like some other references that I'm not thinking of right now that imply that that's what is going on, or that's an important imagery for the oldest house. I think that between Ocean View and the oldest house, we definitely have a good representation of Yggdrasil because Ocean View leads you to multiple places. We know for a fact that the Black Pyramid door leads to the house, right? But all the other doors lead somewhere else. Theoretically, there's the one with the spiral that probably leads to the dark place from Alan Wake.
Trans-dimensional.
And
this place really suits Ahti.
Yeah. I hope we get more Ahti in this. But this is a great representation of the tree and roots.
Okay. Let's try opening it.
You know what, really quick, just because I am a worrier, I'm gonna switch out my gun. I would rather be carrying charge, just in case. And since I have some actual points to spend, I know, I'm sorry, I apologize about this. I'm just going to upgrade charge one more time because I have the ability to. Because I'm going into an unknown location, man. I want to be as prepared as I can be. Let's give this a new thing. What do we have? What do we have? Damage after kill, levitating cost, headshots, damage, rate of fire. Let's go with just straight up damage. Okay, this is the mod Eternal Fire, Absolute type mod. Ammo refund chance on hit. If I hit my target, there's a 100% chance I will get some ammo back, which is great. It's a really useful mod to have. Let's open this door. If we can figure out how the door opens. Of course, it doesn't actually open. Everything is trans-dimensional gateways. I'm not surprised at all. I'm so excited. I'm going to see things I've never seen before. I'm going to see new areas. I'm going to have a whole new area to explore, which is good because I just finished really over-exploring research and maintenance for the last couple days. Foundation.
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency.
Jesse, there's always time for sightseeing. I find it fascinating that the ground is red, like Dr. Darling's sand. I always refer to it as Dr. Darling's sand, as though he has some control or possession over it. Okay, well that worked approximately as expected. Research site Gamma.
Looks like no one's been down here in a while.
Yeah, it's not sand for sure. It's red like blood. It feels like the inside of a creature. Am I in guts? The lights are powering on. I can pull down the stalactites. Nice. That just moved. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Huh. These crystals are kind of pretty. Emily would be having a field day down here.
Emily would be having a field day down here. What am I looking at? Okay. So, this is a field site of some type. That bodes well. Typewriter, pickaxe. Huh, that doesn't look familiar or anything. Okay. Oh, audio tape. Let's listen.
My life's been a strange one. Certainly stranger than I'd like. But this place, it's something else. The floors crawl, the walls slither. It's a shifting pit. On the street, it's just another drab building standing there for anyone to see. But no one does. How did we miss it? Northmore. Acting director Northmore now is on a train from Washington. He'll expect answers, which is why I'm making these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this, and we find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director, Ash, would have been the first man in. And look at me, his bookworm son, the supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
Okay, well we just learned a lot in one little tiny cut. Oh, cool! I can levitate in here. Duh. Stupid, of course you fucking can. It's not like it took away your abilities or some shit. Oh. Well. Now those crystals are just annoying, aren't they? Fuckers. So, Director Ash came before Director Northmore. And then his son was Theodore Ash, who was head of research for Director Northmore. So that's some fascinating family history. I'm pretty sure if I try to fly through there, I'll just be blocked off, so I'm not going to bother trying. Deep Cavern. Really, Federal Bureau of Control, Department of Workplace Security. Really descriptive terminology here. I guess I can't get through there, huh? Okay, that's fine. I'll go into Research Site Delta. So,
the foundation. Bottom of the oldest house. Stop the hiss.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline? Unless she's dead.
Yeah, no,
Jesus.
nobody's been on the
She
hotline.
seemed like the kind of woman
decent.
who could survive anything.
Okay, let's listen to it. So, like with Trench, I'm assuming that was a fragment of a hotline and not the complete hotline. Multimedia, we probably just got the recording from Ash tapes, yeah. So there's going to be a whole bunch. Nice hotline. There's probably going to be, like with Trench, there's probably going to be a more complete version of whatever Marshall was trying to say here in these recorded audio files.
I only heard of the Foundation when I became head of operations. The very bottom of the oldest house. Director access only. Just the name alone is classified. Zachariah gave me a tour the day I was promoted. Said I should see it for myself, to understand. After that, I snuck down on my own from time to time to keep tabs on the place. And on them. But nothing ever changed down there. Not even the walls. It's solid, permanent, different from the rest of the house. Of course, they were always watching me. I never stayed long. I'm not stupid. I have to stop the hiss from finding this place. I'm the only one who can.
Okay, well, she's probably not wrong, so there's that. Alright, so I'm betting if I fall down there, I die. So we're going to use the levitate ability, probably. And like I said, I don't know that. I'm not going to test it. I mean, I feel like it's an obvious decision. Interesting, actually, I'm such a fucking dweeb, I know. Interesting that it's a downward light source, because it seems like all of the light sources in the oldest house have been not sunlight, right? Like, we see light sources all over the oldest house that are definitely not sunlight. This just further reinforces that whatever that light source is, it has nothing to do with the real world. I don't even think the oldest house is in the real world. I don't think it's on Earth at all. I feel like that's definitely going to get cleared out later, but I could be wrong. It could just be a really beautiful visual effect. I've never been in a cave that's this well lit before, have you? Alright, let's keep going. Oh, I don't like that. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. Oh.
The hiss found their way down here too.
Fuck you guys. So sick of explodey boys. It was just like a sphere. I think it was a blowy uppy sphere. I think it blew up, but to be fair, so did the hiss charge that I hit with it, so it's hard to tell one effect from the other. Okay, we're gonna go with our first right. I bet you're not gonna let me have that. Are you? Oh, you are. Okay, so this is different. The other one was yellow. This one's blue. So maybe I like need to upgrade something to get that yellow. Box from earlier, I mean. That is just a... I'm sorry, that's not a light. That's just a TV? It's just like a TV. Not plugged into anything, just shining. You know what? I'm leaving. I'm not going to think too hard about some of this shit. It'll drive me up the wall. Alright, next right. Research Site Delta. What's this one? Just so I know. Pit into the void. And probably further than I can levitate for right now. Yeah, I'm betting anything that's too far to levitate. Okay, let's try Research Site Delta. Oh, actually, look up. Nothing. Okay, always look up, Aaron. You gotta keep looking up. Yeah, this feels like crawling through the insides of some gargantuan creature. Which I dig, to be fair, but, it's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. Research Site Gamma, back that way. Fuck all y'all. Okay. Oh. Control point. A cleansable control point. See if anything changes. I doubt it somehow. I feel like this is just too natural an environment. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything shifted. I just cleansed it so that now I can interact there. And oh, floaty rocks. And not like black rock floaty rocks, like astral plane floaty rocks. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so that's a closed off thing, and that's Deep Cavern. Can disconnect with their companion app. Like fun I did. I think probably that my phone just closed it and you were being a little POS. Bet it shows me that I'm reconnected soon. Anyway, sorry. That's just the companion app for the PS4 misbehaving. Nah, there it goes. Okay. So, what do we have here? A void. A voidy, 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 void. Alright. Cross the voidy void. Wasn't so bad. Not so hard. Not too intimidating. That's very cool, just seeing the control point reach up and then just what should be sky, but like I said, I'm fairly certain we're not on Earth. Okay.
Those paintings look old. Like, old.
Yes, they do. Those paintings look like cave paintings. Nice flat wall there. Thought I saw some red. No, maybe I'm confused. Huh, okay. There's an item here. There's a file. Let's read this file. Cave paintings. How appropriate. Alright, cave paintings. At first I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather, but it soon became clear they depicted events far outside of the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. That's absurd, though. The style and medium clearly indicate a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that the ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these, or is there someone down here with us? This place has had a few skewing my results. Perhaps the date is corrupted, or perhaps some of the paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present, and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture, and even what can be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story that's still being written? If so, who's writing it? Compiled by Dr. Theodore Ashe, head of research, by order of Director Broderick Northmore. Cool. Wait, I had a new asset. Oh, I think I will be getting new random new assets. Shifting fragment. So I can create even more high-level mods for the gun and my personal usage, obviously. Okay, that is a grid for archaeology, and that is not black rock. That is astral plane cube. That's the gold and black of the astral plane. Okay. Alright, so I know I'm a dweeb, but that tells me a lot right then and there. We are definitely not on Earth, guys. Whatever the oldest house is, wherever the foundations are, not Earth. Period, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so something. Yeah, they're there. Oh, I hate you fuckers. Go away. So I've only encountered these guys before in the jukebox, I think. They're the axe throwing dudes, and they are a real pain in my ass as far as I'm concerned. They do quite a bit more damage than some of the other hits, and I don't like them.
Using pickaxes now.
I mean, that's what's available. You can't say you never thought of braining a guy to death with a pickaxe, to be fair. There's bridges above me, and I feel like, yeah, there's definitely a cave there, so I definitely get to go through those. Nice. Hyped about that in the near future. Ooh, a box. Ooh, a box I can actually get to. Thanks, shitty crystals. Oh, I disconnected the companion app. Again, like fun, I disconnected the companion app. Another file. Yeah, let's read this file. Relocation order. Tom, you missed the good news. I'm sure the official memo will go out soon, but Northmore called in all hands at the crossroads to announce we're finally moving out of this hellhole and up into the house proper. Bureau brass apparently solved the moving walls problem, or at least figured out a way to pinpoint where and when they happen. All I know is this means goodbye darkness, goodbye weird lunches with that ex-Nazi scientist, goodbye pissing into the pit. I know that was you, Barry. Northmore's ordering the Foundation sealed as soon as we can haul our stuff out and somehow convince Ash to come with us. He's the only one kicking up a fuss. This is long overdue. We've lost 11 men and damn near $10,000 in supplies moving between the entrance and the Foundation. And for what? Research? Ash is batty if he thinks we want to stay here and sift through more sand for him. It's just rusted iron flakes anyway. Did you know that? We were breathing that shit in. It's just rusted iron flakes. Okay, again, I know. I am like Little Miss over impressed with everything. It's just rusted iron flakes? I mean, that to me just means that it's the rusted metal, right? Right? Like, what else could create this much iron flakes? Well, what if this exists outside of time? What if that's all the metal falling down from, I don't know, wherever we put in the oldest house? What if we're in our own future? Thoughts. Okay. Field research on his entity, his sharpened agent. Pickaxes. His sharpened agents display the para-utilitarian ability to rapidly move short distances. This ability is unique in the fact that it's not associated with any known object of power. However, we should not discount the possibility that this ability is an object variation. For example, abrupt physical relocation could potentially be a variant of the jukebox's effect. Other explanations of the his sharpened ability currently include momentary time manipulation, brief increase in physical speed, inhibiting the witness's sense of sight. If we do accept that the his sharpened ability is not connected to a known object of power, then the hiss are either manifesting unique paranatural abilities, or there are objects in the house that we weren't aware of. Either way, the hiss are continuing to develop new strains of corruption, and that is cause for concern. Compiled by Emily Pope, by order of director Jesse Faden. Which is funny, because, like, obviously it's because I ran into those enemies that I got that file, but Pope doesn't know I'm down here. Pope doesn't know anything yet. No, but, like, rusted iron flakes rusted iron flakes. That makes me think a lot, like, about, I don't know, the inevitable decay of humankind and civilization. What if we're in the future? Anyway, so they said they moved from the crossroads into the house. So I think what that's implying is when they first found the house, this is the area they found, and then they moved upward. And they started being able to stabilize the house better. That makes me unhappy. I don't like things that explode. They make me nervous. Particularly when they're organic-y in nature. Okay. Yeah, they just look a little bit too... One minute they're static, and the next minute they're not static, and no sir, I don't like it. What's up here? Doop 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 doop. Oh, another one of these abyss things, and a really, really, really far away. Yeah, feel like I'm gonna get that teleportation ability that the His Sharpened have. Feel like that might be a thing, and I can, like, I don't know, jump small distances. Just judging that based on the fact that that's way too far for me to actually run. Okay. We were going this direction, towards the crossroads. Our goal was whatever the crossroads are. Do I have a map? I have a map. Nice. Another file. Foundation accident. Mr. Wilder. So this is from Mr. Talbot to H. Wilder. I have some bad news. You remember that Robert Ricardo fellow we brought in as a special consultant to map the lower caves? Well, today he found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of the walls and a strange black pillar in the center. Kind of looks like the ones at the crossroads, but smaller. We had a bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened in there did a number on our guess. The docs are taking a look, but it's pretty clear Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. I know we were careful to limit this guy's exposure to the non-ordinary. Drugging him and carrying him through the upper floor was a real hoot, by the way, but we need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. Honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in repelling and orienteering than subjecting any more outsiders to the shit we deal with. They almost always end up dead or loony. Marcus. So it sounds like Talbot figured out that we need, like, rangers, maybe? Sounds like Talbot invented the ranger department. Oh, that is some beautiful lens flare. Box! Shifting fragment. Yeah, I got a lot of those shifting fragments now. Ooh. Why is the ceiling shiny? Maybe it is just the lens flare. Maybe it is just my PlayStation not handling lens flare well. That is the astral plane.
The astral plane is cutting into our dimension. What if this happens in the upper floors? It'll destroy the bureau.
Yeah. This isn't a consistent thing? This is a recent thing? This is a recent thing. You're fucked. Okay, sure, yeah. No, this is bad news. Made worse by the fact that those are not all his enemies. Those gray things are astral plane enemies. You see what I mean? Those don't look like hiss. That looks like a hiss. Whoa. But that is not a hiss. Astral copy. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a hiss. Okay. Let's see what I have about an astral copy. Research and records. Hiss research. Reports. Betting I have a whole section for something else like astral research. Maybe not. Maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe I just passed it. Astral research. I'm so good. Astral copy. Emily Pope for Jesse Faden. With the astral plane now physically accessible, a torrent of new information has been collected on entities known as astral copies. The copies' bodies are composed of a dense stone-like material that is both resilient under controlled circumstances and brittle when struck with significant force. Whether the astral copies possess individual consciousnesses or are directed by a higher intelligence, such as the board, remains unknown. However, their shared aggression seems to indicate a unified goal. Director Faden's encounters with these entities when binding objects of power in the astral plane indicates that they serve as live targets for potential para-utilitarians to practice on. Some have been equipped with Bureau weaponry, though it seems unlikely they were armed by our personnel. It is important to note that they appear immune to his corruption. So they are a third party, which is I think what we were witnessing was them fighting the hiss. Oh, I mean, I know the astral plane could fuck everything up by being in here, but it is so pretty. It is so pretty, guys. Like, yeah, we're all gonna die, but we're gonna die in a beautiful fucking hellscape dimension, right? I don't think I can get high enough to get into that cave yet. Nope, I cannot. So, that must mean that I get even more levitation abilities. Or something to that effect.
I wish I'd brought Emily with me. I could really use my head of research right about now.
Aw, did Polaris think that was a good idea too? Polaris had to shimmer. I mean, yeah, I wish you'd brought Emily too. Not that I think you're hella gay for Emily or anything, but you are, and it's adorable.
Marshall!
Whoa!
You're alive!
I saw her. No, I don't think she is, buddy. I get this funny feeling that she's not alive.
Wait! It's Jesse! The director!
Yeah, I don't think she is Marshall. I'm sure I'm supposed to be running through this at full speed to catch up to her or whatever, but who does that? Okay.
Whoa. This place is huge.
Yes, it is.
Marshall? Can you hear me?
She was on the hotline, so that person couldn't have been Marshall, right?
Thank you,
One
Jesse, for
problem
being
at a time.
intelligent.
Let's see what's going on with that pillar first.
Yeah. The nail. Okay, well, first off, I'm going to have to capture this control point. And then let's go look at the nail. So interesting fun fact, side note, whatever. I didn't need to pause. It bugs me that like Polaris is gone, and we really don't see much of Polaris or any Polaris type activity like this after the end of the main game of Control, but here this Polaris type activity is back. The nail door monolith is hurt, touch/revere it to enter. Okay. Repair the nail/link to prevent astral consumption/collision. This is the director's duty/plot. Fair. Authorized for a single new tool/upgrade. Use it to save the Foundation/us/Bureau. Okay. Explore the astral plane challenge. Left/self or right/weapon. Only one is permitted. Which will you choose/become?
So I can only choose one? I thought I was done with these tests.
Left/self or right/weapon. I think what that means is one of these will be a modifier for myself, and one of these will be a weapon. That's a tough decision. Self. I see. Build myself bridges. Right/weapon will grant fracture/undo. Left/self will grant shape/manipulate. Yeah, that's way cooler. Sorry. Left, please. We are tweaking/cultivating the ability/you. Complete the astral plane challenge. Okay. Minerals/root/barnacles grow across the foundation. Use the new upgrade/self to shape/inflate. The first director to receive/earn this. You should feel honored/handled. I did not turn on... oh, thank goodness. I was going to say, I did not turn on tutorials for this game. So, luckily, it was just R1. Thank Christ. So no one's ever had this ability before, huh? I like them very much. I make crystal pillars. I make pretty crystal pillars. Yay. I don't think there's going to be anything like up here or anything, but like the explorer in me has to know. Oh, they don't last very long. Okay, good to know. So you can't just like set them up and walk away. You have to use them. Dismantle/loosen the 4 keys/lock/MacGuffins located in the fringe/nowhere of the astral plane. Astral bleeding/collision has spread/lost them. Do this and the nail will be repaired/glued/crisis averted. PS/bonus round, hiss or present the Foundation. Trespassing/snooping is forbidden. Oh. I mean, I'm sure that would have been much more effective if... There's a way to crouch, isn't there? Oh yeah, there is. Yeah. I was gonna say that would have been much more effective if he had been on that. So I can use this to kill enemies, is their point. Both as a wall and as a floor trap. Got it. This is actually the most complex astral challenge I've been into yet. I like it. Complete the astral plane / challenge is still my goal. Okay. I get this feeling that part of this is going to be having to do these in there because you're not going to have long enough if you do them in advance. Because they don't last that long. I just, again, the explorer in me is like, I know nothing's over here, but I have to look. Yeah, it was nothing. Like, what's over here? Nothing. Nothing is over here. Did you have to find out? Yes. Yes, you freaking did. Okay. There's that pyramid. That big black pyramid. Alright. And we're back in the house.
Okay, let's review. This broken pillar is called the nail. It was broken by something, and now the astral plane is bleeding into the foundation, which will destroy the oldest house, the bureau, and everyone inside. I need to find 4 locks, or keys, or whatever, to stop that from happening. But I'm the director. I've handled worse.
You
This
really
should
have.
be simple-ish.
I have complete
You
faith
with
in
me?
Oh, even the folders. No, they don't look different. Maybe that's just in my head. Okay. Foundation pillar. Compiled by Theodore Ashe by order of nobody. Theodore Ashe just liked writing shit, I guess. The pillar found in the crossroads is best described as an onyx spike that protrudes from the cave floor like an imposing stalagmite. Despite its aggressive silhouette, the structure has an undeniable allure. Freud would certainly have something to say about the pillar's overly erect nature, but what I'm more drawn to, Whitmore's essay on dynamic layers, structures within structures, and the fractal mirror in every being. Given its significant location, I believe the pillar is either the very heart of the oldest house or an intrusion within that heart. Or perhaps it's like the husk of a seed from which the oldest house sprouted. Trottier wrote that the great architecture isn't built, it grows. But then why does the pillar look so different from the rest of the place's concrete walls and rocky caverns? It is easier to see it is an anomaly, a buried artifact, a foreign body, a demonic phallus. I wonder if this is why the pillar is more welcome here than we are. Those are excellent questions, and we have a new hotline. And I bet it's from, oh no, it's not from Marshall. It's Rituals. Lock / keys, keep socket / us here. Was that it? I feel like it glitched. Lock / keys, keep socket / us here. Normally there's more text than that. So I have to find the 4 locks and fix them to keep the astral, or the board in the house, or in this dimension, maybe? There's another note. Ley lines. Ooh, yeah, ley lines. I love, that's how I refer to the control points, because that's what makes sense to me. Compiled by Theodore Ashe, by order of Northmore. For all my research into the oldest house's ley lines, I still don't understand why they converge here at the base of this pillar. I suppose the simplest reason is that they have to converge somewhere, Occam razor and all that. But this seems wrong. The esoteric world abhors coincidence. So what is the true relationship between this pillar and the ley lines? Does it act as a magnet, attracting them, polar north? Or is the pillar a product of their focused energies, a spout nourished by the constant flow of the oldest house's power? Perhaps classifying that power provides some insight. However, we currently have no means of measuring or quantifying it. Given time, it may become possible to collect and even harness this energy. On that note, Northmore is bringing in a much-lauded Dr. Gustav Wagner from headquarters in D.C. to aid my research. I suppose this is his way of saying he doesn't trust me to work unsupervised. Let's just hope Dr. Wagner is as smart as his dearly departed Führer once believed him to be. Well, now I worry about Dr. Wagner. Great. Ex-Nazi scientist indeed. Well, we are getting back into the 40s, so I guess that makes sense. Okay. And it's occult bullshit. We've got 2 ability points. What can we use them on? Lift, launch, shield, seize, ground slam. I could use them on ground slam or ground slam. Or I could wait. I'll wait. Okay. Let us see what's in this building. I love these buildings. I just feel like home, you know? Launch health recovery. Maybe it's a function of my elementary school public upbringing that all of these buildings feel a bit like classrooms to me, you know? If you were Dr. Darling, this would autoplay. If you were Dr. Darling, I wouldn't be confused. If you were Dr. Darling, everything would be better. But no, you're Theodore Ash.
It's been 5 days since we first entered the building. Traversing the interior is dangerous due to the shifting, but we did manage to find a lower cavern that seems structurally predictable, which is a scientific way of saying its walls won't crush us in our sleep. Northmore even made a discovery. A pistol, placed on a stone pedestal in front of that strange ebony pillar. Seems like something out of a storybook, except the heroes usually find swords, not handguns. But it is the perfect lure for someone like him.
Archetypal objects.
Hours after finding this weapon, Northmore cornered me to spout some nonsense about how the board had made him the director. He ranted about the title being meaningless before now, calling Father and all other previous directors shams, frauds, and worse. I think this place is worse for Northmore than it is for me. Strangest thing? There was no pedestal in front of that pillar a day ago. This building has swallowed a dozen of my men, and now it's handing out presents? Is it playing some sort of game? If it is, we're most certainly losing. Oh, we don't even know the rules.
Ooh, okay. Well, I am definitely... That particular tape is giving me some strong House of Leaves vibes. Mom never read House of Leaves. I don't think you have, at least, Mom. But, ooh, that rock's bigger underground than it is above ground. It was wonderful. It was that book that I was obsessed with where it's, like, printed in multiple colors by Daniel Zelinsky, whose sister is actually the musician Poe that Steve's all in love with. She's pretty amazing. She actually did a album that's a companion piece to the album, to the book House of Leaves. Anyway, not that you need to know any of this. Oh, cool, I can go down there. I was wondering. Looked like the void. Oh, tight? No. I thought this was all, like, pulley stuff that I could tug on. But no. Base camp, that direction. Oh, look, you can see the pillars from, like, Ati's part of the Foundation area. Okay, so now we know where we are, like, not spatially, but at least conceptually. Anyway, strong House of Leaves vibes. House of Leaves is about a, quote, haunted house. I don't want to give too many spoilers, because it's a weird one and absolutely worth reading. But this haunted house does not want people in it, necessarily. It wants something specific from them, maybe. Hard to define. But it's downright malignant and malicious and unpleasant. Warning. Let's say warning. Unstable area. Watch for shifting. And we'll walk and see if I get ed by the void. I'm not getting ed by the... Well, I wonder if that's... See, you put something like that down there and you're going to make me want to land down there. And I don't know whether I'm going to fall off the edge to my death or not. Decisions. Wait. Why does that look organic? Doesn't that look organic? That looks terribly organic. Maybe that's just a failure of the rendering of graphics in this game, but it doesn't look like sand. That looks like plant. Alright, so I love it so far. I absolutely love it. So far, it's absolutely wonderful. Hey, crystals! Nifty. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Who does that look like? That looks like the board and the former and a bunch of people all around it, doesn't it? No interpretational material here? No pamphlet for me to pick up to explain what I'm seeing? Yeah, that sure looks like the board and one of those former monsters that I have fought on repeat occasions, which I know are involved in this. And handprints. Okay. Well, we haven't been playing that long, but I'm going to go ahead and call it here for today. I want to save this and savor it and enjoy it as slowly and thoroughly as I can, so I'll come back to this maybe tomorrow, maybe in 5 days when I get back from Portland. Either way, there's just so much to look at here and so much to do and so much to explore and play with, and I love my new ability to pull crystal platforms out of walls, and I wish I could use it in the regular house because sometimes you just don't want to have to climb quite so high as you do to fly up to the top of, say, the Panopticon. Anyway, if you're mom, I love you. If you're not my mom, I love you anyway. I hope everybody here has a good day, and I will catch up with y'all later. If I can remember how to quit the game.